Hi, I'm Rebecca Remley, and I'm here today with Allie Riley. We're going to be talking about Women's Month.
I'm Allie. I'm a professional soccer player for Angel City Football Club here in Los Angeles and also captain of the New Zealand national team, the Football Ferns. And I'm very excited to be talking about everything women empowerment this month.
Fantastic. Let's get started.
Okay,
All right.
so how does Wetherspoon support women both within the company and in the broader community?
Yeah, so Witherspoon is over 50% women, and it wasn't a conscious decision. It was just, we just picked the best people for the job. And so we've got a wonderful, really talented group of folks that are sales, marketing, finance, every department in the company that are either led by or have management with women.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you support me
And
as a woman, and that has been life-changing for me. I think we haven't had the same brand partnership opportunities and sponsorship deals as men, and we also don't earn the same salaries. And so these kind of partnerships, they actually make it so I can live and support my husband and just have opportunities to live a lifestyle that I want to. So I'm very, very grateful.
Well, and as are we, because it works both ways, right? I mean, if it has to be a synergistic relationship, and it has been for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
You have not only broadened our base, reached out to women, young women, and our product is mostly women. 65% of our customer base are women. So it just is a natural extension. But your personality, your lifestyle, they completely resonate with the women in our customer base. So it's worked really well.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about why it's important to that brands like Wetherspoon support women in sports.
I think for so long, for almost all of my career until recently, we haven't had so many sponsorship deals. People tell us that women's sports aren't worth investing in, that people don't care about women's sports, that people don't watch women's sports. And I think now it's becoming very clear that that's not true. And so for brands to invest in women, it's not only the right thing to do, we want to get to a equitable society, but it's the smart thing to do because first of all, people are absolutely watching women's sports. Viewership has increased by something like 300% over the last year.
Awesome.
People care about what we're doing, what we're wearing, what we're eating, and brands want to sell things and make money. So it is the perfect opportunity. And I also think that when women are invested in, especially in sport, and we get more airtime and more publicity and there's more engagement, that young girls see that and
Absolutely.
They will stay in sport longer. And we want that not just for all of the values and the qualities like leadership and resilience and confidence that young girls will get from playing sport, but research has shown very clearly that many leaders in businesses and companies played sport. So girls who play become women who lead. And so investment in women's sports, there's going to be a positive effect in so many spaces in society. And as someone who hasn't experienced that for most of my career, I'm just so grateful to see that things are changing and that brands are finally, if they didn't think it was the right thing to do, they're looking at the bottom line and saying, this is the smart thing to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. We've noticed it in so many of the women's sports that the viewership has just climbed tremendously.
Yeah.
And like I said, tying it back, it's not just Wetherspoon that the majority of the purchasing is done by women.
Yeah, women are consumers too. I feel like brands and companies forget that, especially when it comes to sports. But
right.
Women watch men's sports and women's sports, and women are buying a lot of the products or are the ones going to the store and making the purchases. And so to not think about that demographic, I think is just foolish.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not.
Who has been a role model or inspiration in your career?
Well, it's interesting. Like you were just talking about women in business, and so I've been in business, food products, natural consumer products all my career. And so the women that inspire me are the women that have started their own companies and entrepreneurs. Just a couple of them, like in our industry, Kara Golden is one who started Hint Waters. Sarah Blakely with Spanx. Actually, Serena Williams. I mean, someone who has made a career at being a professional athlete and then moved to a business, that is just amazing to me.
Definitely one of my role models.
So how do you think we can celebrate women better and celebrate their achievements? How can we get them more high profile?
Honestly, pay them.
Yeah.
Pay them, invest in them, sponsor them. And if it's not individual athletes, we're seeing now high profile people investing in teams, investing in leagues, investing in clubs. And it is elevating the profile of individuals and teams. And sometimes people need to be told what's cool. And often it's men doing that. And so now you're having men invest in women, you're having high profile women invest in women, and people just needed that push to be told, oh, this is something I should be paying attention to. It's the marketing. It goes all with this Angel City. They roll out this red carpet and have this very high profile, super high energy, exciting event that celebrities, maybe it was Wimbledon before, it was NBA games, it was men's soccer games, and now celebrities are going to women's basketball games and women's soccer games. And it's just showing people that we are valuable. We are valued. We deserve to be invested in. And if the kind of tastemakers and the influencers are doing it, there's a trickle down effect for sure. But I think honestly, for so long, it felt like a huge fight just to get people to come watch our games. And that was used against us because it was like, if people aren't coming to your games or buying your jerseys, why should we pay you?
Right.
But actually, if you invest in us, people don't know to come to games. There's no good merchandise to purchase. And so for so long we've been told, you eat what you kill. And that's just such an old-fashioned and sexist argument when basically women are hunting with blindfolds and with rocks and sticks, and the men have night vision goggles and machine guns. Like you have to put the investment and the resources in to let us show what we can do. And you see the product just increasing with the investment, and that's not strange at all. So I think pay us, pay women, invest in them, believe in them, talk about them, watch them, wear the merchandise, promote it on your social media. We need all the help we can get, to be honest.
Well, and that's the thing you were talking about before, like to make it cool. It's got to be somebody with vision, right? I mean, there's so many smart people who invest for the future. That's exactly what people have started to do in women's sports. So, like you said, we just need more and more of it, right?
Yeah, we're starting behind the starting line, you know? So I think to get to a place of equality, we have to put even more investment into women. Going back to Wetherspoon.
Yeah.
What's your go-to product?
So I'm a talker, and I think you are too. And so throat drops every single day, every single day.
Good.
Yeah,
because the
absolutely.
old, I won't name names, but some of the over-the-counter throat drops are disgusting.
They are. They're nasty.
And it's like, I'd rather suffer through this sore throat than put this chemical into my body.
Absolutely.
And this is just such a perfect solution, a natural solution.
Yep, they sit on my desk and literally every afternoon. Yep.
Yeah.
So, how about you?
I love the throat drops.
Okay.
This winter, I definitely was going to them a lot. I had a very funky flu. There's some weird strains going around.
Yeah, they just stick forever. It took forever.
Yes, and it's the sore throat, and it's dry, and then the cough, and it just goes on for so long. But this guy, I need this size because this, all my friends steal it. My family steals it because it is so good, and it tastes like, I didn't grow up in New Zealand, but New Zealand has become a home for me, with my family being from there and with the years I've played for the national team. And there is no taste like New Zealand like Manuka honey. Honestly, it is New Zealand.
It brings you back.
It brings me back, and I love the flavor, and I love that this was made somewhere so close to where my family is from.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, every spoonful is just like sunshine to me, and I put it in everything. For working out, I could do a spoonful just for a boost of energy after a workout as well. And I try to use very clean products in terms of protein shakes and my smoothies, but I want it to be a little bit sweet. And so one spoonful of this is all I need. So I just, I'm stealing this.
It's yours. It's yours. Fair enough.